campaigns, and street teams in multiple cities. K-100, you bastards!
All right. Again, 347-934-0966. That is the number to dial into the show. We're back. Third direct line interview of the day, man. We're online right now. I'm going to be checking in West Side. Right? We got the homie RoLoS on the line. RoLoS, what's going on, bro? Welcome to K-100 Radio.
What's going on, man? How's it going over there in Atlanta?
Man, we're good, man. Thank you for rocking with us, man. I'm going to pause the music real quick. I'm gonna let you go ahead and take the floor real quick, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people. Tell them who you are, dog, where you represent from.
All right, so they call me RoLoS. I'm from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I'm a hip-hop artist, producer, songwriter, engineer. Just moved out to L.A. a couple months ago, just, expanding on my fan base, hitting some more shows. Just dropped my third mixtape in March, so it's kind of what I've been pushing right now. You guys can find it anywhere on, SoundCloud, DatPiff, Spinrilla, my mixtapes, Bandcamp,
All right. All that stuff. Basically, wherever you can find the music, online, holler at the homie. And when we're doing these direct line interviews, one of the most important things to remember is after this is over and you like what you hear, please, even if you don't go buy an album, if you like an artist, man, it won't hurt you to go retweet this interview, retweet some of their music. Go, if you're already on Spinrilla or Spotify, wherever they at, throw a joint on your playlist. You're already paying for that subscription. This is all about supporting the independent artists, man. You guys have got to rock with the indies and show them some love, man, because your favorite artist was an indie too. All of them started as indies. Everybody. Nobody skips this part. Some people get there quicker, but at the end of the day, this is all about support over here at K100 Radio. So our direct line interview right now, we're talking to RoLoS, man. And I said West Side because I know that's kind of via the West Coast how we got on this particular interview. And we'll talk about the contest that he won, over there with Angela Harris and BDF for Life magazine, and how all that happened. But says it's from Jersey. So tell me about the difference between the grind being an independent artist over in Jersey as opposed to LA. Was it a great move? How's everything working out for you with that move, homie?
Well, I was born in Jersey, and I still got a couple siblings that live in Jersey, but I was mainly raised in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and that's really where I started my journey as an artist.
Okay, all right.
And the difference between Harrisburg and Los Angeles is, well, first off, there's a ton of potential talent in Harrisburg. The only sad part is that there's no outlet in the city for artists. Like, the city is in debt, and there's no real major venues. There's no real way out for any of the artists to branch out with their music. So that's the reason why I came out to LA, and over here in LA, it's just like there's opportunities every single day.
All right. So I listen. You don't have to. You kind of preach to the choir on that. I understand. Even though I've been in Atlanta 20 years now, this is my 20th year in Atlanta. I'm from a city who's equally small, really no real music industry presence. So I understand about relocating. Saying not because you don't love where you're from or whatever. Or, it's just the fact that you got to go where the grind is at. You got to go where the studio. I mean, you got to just to even get a decent studio to record to even start this whole process. Sometimes cities don't even have that. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to go where the grind is at. So I respect people who, it's not about leaving your roots. It's about just being able to get where things are popping. You know what I'm saying? Cities like Atlanta, LA. So since you've touched down out there, I'm pretty sure the pace is much faster. And obviously you out there working because tell people how you ended up, at the event at BDF for Life magazine, and this is how you ended up on K100 Radio. Tell us about that process.
Okay, so it's a pretty funny story. So I came out to Los Angeles, and within a week, my uncle had found me a job with one of his close friends out here on Venice Beach on the boardwalk, and ended up making a friend that worked in the store right next to me, and that guy just so happened to go to South Beach for Memorial Day weekend. And while he was there, he ended up running into a lady named Angela Harris.
Okay.
And Angela Harris, as you know, for those who don't know, represents BDL for Life. And I believe she just got promoted to chief editor, so congrats to her. So she ended up talking to my homie, and she was like, hey, we're coming out to Hollywood. Do you know any artists out there in L.A. who may need to perform or is looking to get on a stage? And he's like, yeah, as a matter of fact, I got a homie. So he linked me up with the Instagram through BDL for Life, and they were scoping me out for like a week or so, and then eventually I got that call from South Beach, and she granted me the opportunity to go perform at the Hollywood Ring Showcase. So they all came out here and they held that show, and ended up being one of the winners. And so through that, I ended up getting this radio interview, which was very cool. Appreciate it. It's good to be here. I haven't really made any moves in Atlanta. I've been planting little seeds in other little states, other little cities, other little countries. But Atlanta is a place that I get to hit, so it's good to be here on the radio right now with you.
All right. Well, we definitely salute to the grind. First of all, big ups to your grind. Going out there, you had to be impressive because you still had to go out there and rock the stage and do your thing to get to this point. Of course, I want to make sure I do salute to Angela Harris over there for a new position at BDF for Life magazine. Big ups to her. She's been rocking with us for a minute. So I got to give her a round of applause. You know what I'm saying? Tell me about the, I know you haven't been there that long, but the atmosphere that you feel so far out there in LA, because right now the film industry is kind of starting to pop off over here in Atlanta, and that's the birth of the film industry over there. But right now they're trying to do a lot of things with independent film. A lot of independent artists are connecting with independent movie producers and things like that, and it's kind of starting to get a little bit of a feel of LA in that regard over here. You know what I'm saying? Without the beaches, you know what I'm saying, or without the sunshine and palm trees, but pretty much the grind of the industry. So tell me how. Has it been, meeting people in the industry and maybe collaborating with other artists? Have you been accepted with open arms? It's a big city. It's a lot of independent artists. How do you feel about, your acceptance as far as just being out and, you tell somebody, hey, I'm doing this, and they either shaking your hand and trying to put you on to an opportunity, or they're like, another person that just moved here, another transplant. What do you say about that?
Well, I can tell you firsthand, from being in the East Coast my whole life, it's a real selfish mentality out there. And don't get me wrong, I love the East Coast. That's my home forever. But everyone's just kind of out there for themselves, especially with it being so that in Harrisburg, it's tough for anyone to make an outlet. So no one's really focused on supporting the next man as much as they're focused on supporting themselves. Coming out to L.A., I knew that it was one of two things was going to happen. Either they were going to be like, okay, so this guy RoLoS is different, we ain't really rocking with it, or, he's different and we like it. It's something new to the table.
Right,
and as soon as I came out here, they accepted me with open arms, so I'm very grateful for that. Every person I've talked to, showed my music to, they've all been real accepting of it. It's a completely different atmosphere from where I come from. From where I'm from, you tell someone you're an artist, you try to show them one of your things, and it's like, get that out of my face,
Right.
Out here, it's all support.
Right. Well, again, and I'll tell anybody that's listening to this who may be an independent artist, there's levels to everything. There's levels to being an independent artist. There's levels to, being whatever it is that you do in life. It doesn't matter if you work a 9 to 5 or if you're music industry, athlete. You know what I'm saying? You got rookies and you got vets. At the end of the day, when you're first kind of jumping into the game, there's going to be people who don't need that. You know what I'm saying? Who don't really need the encouragement, or who really don't need the big ups. And then there's some artists who do, and some people understand, just how hard that is to get. And there's so much more appreciative. It sounds like you're at a point in your career where you really understand, thank yous and big ups and support really isn't owed to anybody. And it's kind of hard to buy. It's hard to come by. And sometimes it's not even authentic, bro. Like sometimes people may be trying to, see what they can get out of you. You know what I'm saying? The support isn't really genuine. So it's good to have some real genuine support as an independent artist, man. Seems like you're kind of getting that with that relocation. So, that's very important. I think so far maybe it was a good move for you. It sounds like it was. You know what I'm saying? So big ups again to you on that. Now we're going to jump into the music.
You are tuned to K-100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
K-100, you bastards!
Now I want you to tell us about this song that we're getting ready to roll, homie. Let me see. Let me pull it up over here. Yeah, and I normally we run 2 songs, but we got one for RoLoS, and it's called Dance Floor. It says featuring Eskimo Jones. All right, tell me about this record before we get ready to spin it.
Okay, so at this time here, this was right around the time that I first started producing, and this is actually the first song that I had produced. And also the first song that I had distributed, so you can find on iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, Amazon, etc., etc.
All right.
So this one is real big for me because, at this point I just dipped my hand into the production world. And so Eskimo Jones, he's another artist out of my city. Shout out to him. He's got a pretty decent buzz for himself. He's with a group called Off the Wall Gang. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of them. I know they're making noise in Atlanta. They have a mixtape with a bunch of different artists that they work with, such as Chief Keef, Glow Gang, Soulja Boy, and the list goes on. So one day, because he's a good friend of mine, so one day I was at his crib and I ran the beat by him, and he was like, "Man, this shit is hard." And so I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, I mean, if you want to hop on it, man." He's like, "Hell yeah!" So right then and there, took him to the studio, and then I also got Chewy. He's not an actual consistent active artist. He's one of my homies, but he freestyles with us here and there for fun. But he was rocking with the beat too, and he got on and he did his thing, and I was rocking with it, so I was like, all right, we'll keep it. And after we did the record, I ended up distributing it to stores. And first off, I want to say to anyone that's about to hear this, this is unlike most of my catalog. So if you go through the rest of my music, you won't find many tracks like this. This is like a very commercial / like clubbish type track. I feel like it's good for the radio, but it's definitely one of those songs that I wouldn't want anyone to critique me just off that one song, because my catalog is very versatile.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and jump into it, shall we? This is
Yes,
Dance Floor featuring Eskimo Jones and Chewy. Shout out to Chewy. You know what I'm saying? This is RoLoS. Let's check this joint out right here on K-100 Radio. We got another direct line interview coming up, so you guys make sure you pause and don't go nowhere. You're not rocking with the best. This is K-100 Radio. Check it out.
You are dealing with the K-100 Radio, hip-hop and R&B.
How my levels, they good? Good. In the club, she drop it so low on the dance floor. She said, I know you gon' get this. I got it, I get it, I want it. She said, I know, baby, I know. She said, she drop it so low on the dance floor. Damn, she got that body and I'm trying to get inside it. All them goodies, girl, how come you tryna hide it? I said she gon' hit my phone, I'ma slide right through. Have it her way, like a Burger King drive-through. I'm not for the games or the lame ass foo-foos. Everything I do, I gotta make myself the guru. Champagne on ice, feels like paradise. If you wanna do this twice, I suggest now you do this right. Cause I'm living in the moment. Time is my opponent. Running up the clock, so the rock is what I'm holding. And I do this for my set. GKB, man, we a threat. Don't believe me, come and see me. Come next year, I'll be the best. Got ideas like Eureka, flow like urethra. Down for any feature, long as you isn't sleeping. Life is always feasting. Sexy light skin, yeah, my jeans are never creasing. Never season to achieve my money sheet. And I be on my high seat in the lobby, chasing copies. Man, I wanna make it so bad. Have her shake her whole ass right in front of my cup. She drop it low, don't pick it up. And now I'm stuck up in the club. And damn, I fucked up. In the club, she drop it so low on the dance floor. She said, I know you gon' get this. She said, I know, baby, I know. She drop it so low on the dance floor. VIP up in this club like I got a membership. That's right. So much liquor up in this cup, I probably won't remember shit. Visual girl like I'm watching TV with a sensor. Woo! But I see shorty dropping lower than the motherfucking temperature. Like, push up on her like a workout. I'm just trying to get a skirt down. At the very least, I get a slurp down. I never turn down, that's the word around. I'ma pull up a bell at the bar. I be so high, you can tell I'm a star. I get no fuck, so don't tell me the law. I be up out of the gym by tomorrow. I bet a band, she ain't got on no drugs. Nope, without no hand, she gon' make it a plus. I hit it for show, then pass it a RoLoS. Let's go. Fuck up the club with my niggas, then I'ma go fuck up the kids. I'm dropping the prices, she dropping that pussy. I swear she in love with my pussy, and I'm dropping her off on them fishes. I told her, we're talking to me. What's up? And she said, I know, baby, I know. I'm telling the lies with no type of remorse. I'm texting a friend with emojis. We gon' do it again and we gon' menage. You know I be smashing the home. You know I'm the Mac with the rolling. Swag to the max and I'm rolling. I stack up the cash and I throw it. Got some push in the bag, I'ma blow it. I take the hoe and I smash on my shoulder. And you ain't gotta ask, you know. She dropped it so low, I thought she was finished, but she just kept going and going and going and going like whoa. In the club, she dropped it so low on the dance floor.
You are tuned to K-100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
K-100, you bastard!
We're gonna let Rolo tell you how you can go ahead and find that song. One more time, Rolo, give us information about how you can find that record, if it's on Spotify, any other links that you can go download that joint, iTunes, if you want to check that out real quick. And also give us your social media if they want to connect with you.
Yeah, so you can find it on iTunes, literally every single store except for Pandora.
All right.
So Spotify, Tidal, Amazon, iTunes, YouTube. Just search up RoLoS Dance Floor. And on social media, on Twitter and Instagram, you can find me at KO_RoLoS. On Snapchat, you can find me at just RoLoS.
All right, make sure you holler at the homie, man. Thank you for coming over here, man. Again, congratulations on your win at the event out there with BDF for Life magazine. Big ups to those guys, and I hope everything works out with you out there in LA, bro. For real, all right?
Thank you so much, man.
All right. All right, 347-934-0966. K100 Radio.